Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Carmine Sabia for Explain America, and we have breaking details about the shooting at the ICE facility in Dallas, Texas, just this morning. Before we get started, please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Those little things really help us out, and they help our channel continue to grow. Horrible, horrible situation, and unfortunately, one detainee has perished, 2 more have been injured. No ICE agents, fortunately, were injured in this attack, but the motive appears to be very well known at this point. On the ammunition of the shooter, anti-ICE messages were scribbled. The insane part about this is Democrats, liberals on social media are already trying to paint the picture that this guy, who, by the way, his name is Joshua John, the suspect, who succumbed to a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Joshua John had basically leftist and communist material all over his social media. And now, as it's unraveling, as the left has continued to try and protect it, was a MAGA guy trying to look like he was anti-ICE. Once that fell apart, once they realized, look, we see his social media, we can't pretend. Instead of saying, you know what, maybe it's our rhetoric. Maybe it's our rhetoric who caused Luigi Mangione. Maybe it's our rhetoric that caused Tyler Robinson. Maybe it's our rhetoric that caused Joshua John when we go out there and say that ICE is taking people off the streets and disappearing them. Maybe it's our rhetoric. No, they won't say that. Self-reflection is non-existent to these people. No, instead the narrative now, well, he wasn't trans and he wasn't an immigrant. He's just a white guy. So now it's going to be white guy and firearms. One thing is consistent. One thing is consistent. No matter what the evidence is, liberals will never take responsibility for a shooter. Not ever, not one time. I want you to watch this from the FBI and let me know what you think in the comments.
Hi, guys. Yeah, officials just wrapped up that press conference, and really the biggest takeaway for me was the fact that these anti-ICE shell casings were found near the shooter, because there were a lot of questions about who was the target during this attack. I believe we probably have that picture here that the FBI shared where you could see the words anti-ICE engraved in one of those shell casings there. So this is up. We're getting new updates by the minute, but I'll break it down for you what we know so far. So the shooter, police say, was at a building next to this ICE facility, started firing into an unmarked van, and we're told from officials that 3 detainees inside of that van were shot at. One of the detainees died, and then the gunman turned the gun on himself, and he was shot and killed as well. Officials during this press conference spoke a lot about the rhetoric surrounding ICE agents, how it has to stop, or you have something like this happen. Take a listen to what they said during this press conference.
This is the second time I've had to stand in front of you and talk about a shooter at one of my facilities, and I think that the takeaway from all of this is that the rhetoric has to stop. There are people out there who are seeing what is being placed online, and they're coming and they're doing acts of violence against ICE employees. So that's kind of all I have for today, is that it's just got to stop. It's dangerous, and people are losing their lives.
And officials say that no ICE agents or officers were hurt in this shooting, while, again, the shooter had these anti-ICE messages on the bullets. Instead, he ended up shooting 3 of these detainees. Again, one of them has died. And I just want to mention, at the same ICE facility, there was a bomb threat last month. And then 2 months ago, right here in Texas, nearby at a separate ICE facility, there was an ambush against officers where one officer was shot and thankfully survived that, guys.
Brooke Taylor, thank you so much. Bill Hemmer, I want to read what the FBI director posted on X earlier.